Yes, hello everybody and welcome back to the Dynasty Hot Seat, the only Dynasty show that is a certified inferno. And hey, we've almost got football. It's so soon. And what a treat for everybody, because every week it's going to be me and it's going to be my partner in crime right here, Paul Pickin, looking at the games coming up, talking about it in a Dynasty perspective. But guys, I gotta warn you, this is gonna get loosey-goosey. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Let's get right into it. Let's get going. The boys are back in town. This is going to be so much fun. Paul, thank you so much for agreeing to, sit down once a week and chat some shit with me. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing really good. I think I just won the world championship for the air guitar solo that I was doing there. I wish people could see it. But Mags, you just couldn't leave me, could you? You're just like I can't leave my guy. So we were like, yeah, let's just chat shit.
Yeah, and usually, on the Wildcard Rewind, we had Hannah, to look after us and make sure that we didn't go off the rails. But she's not here. Like she's not here to protect us. We might be a bit screwed.
This is like, so when we were there, that was us going through high school. We're now going to college. These are the boys go to college. We're free. We're exploring the world. Let's go.
Yeah, it's time for some college beers. This show, the whole aim of this show is, if you're looking for deep statistical analysis, you're in the wrong place. If you were looking for entrenched data about statistical, historical things that have been happening, you're in the wrong place. This is just two guys in a bar talking a load of nonsense about fantasy football, and then we might even have a look at some other things later. I've got a segment I'm quite looking forward to later. You have to stick around to find out. And hey, if you're sticking around, you may as well hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button as well while you're at it. So, Paul, let's get to the thing that we're here for. It's Dynasty Fantasy Football season. It's about to kick off. We're about to see the Kansas City Chiefs play against the Detroit Lions, my two favorite teams in the NFL. I cannot wait to see it. But we got some breaking news as well. Obviously, my boy Travis Kelce, he's got a hyperextended knee. He's not expected to play. What was your instant reaction to that? And do you think it's really a big problem for Dynasty at all? Does it affect his Dynasty value, or is it more of a redraft problem?
So honestly, until I know the extent of it, I'm not really worrying too much about it. So I seen something earlier that said it was like a bruised bone or something along them lines, and it's like 2 to 3 weeks. And let's be honest, we're coming up to a week now. It was like last week when it broke. Was it end of last week or beginning of the week?
Yeah.
But we're coming up to that point where we're nearly at a week now. If this is a 2 to 3 week, they've got the game tonight, and then they've got the long break then, haven't they? So they've got like a week on Sunday before the next game. So we're talking, that's 2 weeks. Now, if Travis Kelce recovers a bit quicker, or maybe it's not as bad as we think, he could potentially be back next week. Not a problem. Travis Kelce misses a game, he still outscores basically every tight end in that, in that position. So I'm not worried about it at the moment, or I'm not trying to worry about it at the moment, because I'm looking at it in a sense of, if he's back next week or the week after, I'm still happy with my investment of taking Travis Kelce, or I'm still happy that Travis Kelce is going to be good for the next 2 years. Now, if it's a lot worse than what we think it is, and he misses a lot of time, then I worry, because yeah, okay, he's not old, he's not young, he's sort of middle of the bag, but injuries to players that are in the latter stage of their career obviously are a lot harder. So if he's done something like his ACL or something like that, we're talking 12 months out. Then is he back to 100%? Then is it longer and stuff? And then we're sort of, you get into that round then and you're going, shit, actually, he's somebody that potentially you're not going to get much from him for the next 2 years. That's when it becomes a problem. So at the moment, I'm still trying to be a little bit cautious with it in a sense of it may be nothing. It may be something, it may be nothing. But I'll spin it back to you and ask you a question. Ooh. I've seen a lot. I want to know your opinion on Travis Kelce, what you think, of course. But I've seen a lot of things about Noah Gray.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about him? Because I know a good friend of ours, Ali, tweeted out that saying it was a bit of a trap, and I completely agree with him. I think people are looking at him going, "Oh my God, Travis Kelce's gone down. He's the next one in line. He's going to be amazing." But it's not like that running back role where he's the next one up. Oh my God, he's gone down. We need somebody to rush the ball 30 times in a game or 25 times in a game. He's the next man up. The position to me doesn't really work like that. I think Pat Mahomes has a relationship with Travis Kelce that you can never reciprocate. You can never create that again. And I just think that people are going, oh my God, Noah Gray, he's going to be Travis Kelce this year. We better take him just in case Travis Kelce misses. So I want to know how you feel about Travis Kelce and how you feel about Noah Gray.
Yeah, I mean, Kelce is someone that I think, historically he's not very injury prone. I'm hoping he'll be fine. I think we would have heard by now if it was something super serious. Ali is 100% right. Noah Gray is a trap. Now, if Jody Fortson was still fit and healthy and not on IR, he would actually be the guy from the Chiefs, probably a lot lesser known guy. He would be someone that I would be thinking about picking up because he is the pass catching kind of tight end. Whereas Noah Gray is in a lot on blocking plays. He's not really somebody that I think is going to pick up too much, of these key targets. Instead, if you're looking at where's the ball going to go, it's probably going to go between two people, in my opinion. It's going to go to Sky Moore and it's going to go to Jerick McKinnon. So those are the two guys that I think you should be looking at putting in to get those Kelce numbers. And then in the red zone, I mean, watch out for Rashee Rice in the end zone. He's a pretty big guy, so he could be somebody that takes up some of those Kelce things. And then, I mean, let's be honest here. You take Travis Kelce out in the end zone. You think Andy Reid doesn't have 1,000,001 other plays that he can go to? The Chiefs are going to be absolutely fine in the end zone. So I don't know if you can really rely on somebody too much because Andy Reid's forgotten more about football than most people will ever know. So I'm not too worried about the injury. I'm not too worried about the Chiefs going forward. But yeah, if you're going to pick someone, Sky Moore and Jerick McKinnon. And one more thing on Kelce. I just want yes, no answer, okay? So, can Travis Kelce finish as tight end 1 overall this year if he misses week 1?
Yes.
If he misses week 1 and 2?
Yes.
If he misses week 1, 2, and 3?
No.
Yeah, I think that's where I draw the line as well. Right?
No, I know he outscores people and can he still finish as a top 12 tight end if he misses week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to be the number 1 overall, I think 2's probably that's about where it is. So
yeah, exactly. Plus Dalton Kincaid's going to be racking up those numbers.
Absolutely
anyway, so
not.
It's just
Absolutely
it's
not.
going to be so
Absolutely
hard to beat. So let's move on from Travis Kelce. Let's not spend too long in this because I feel like this has kind of been beaten to death. But what the hell are you doing with Jonathan Taylor?
Nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. If you were trying to sell him in Dynasty right now, you want an incredible amount because it's a high investment and it's a player that can be elite. And you go, I want blah, blah, blah. And the person buying him are going, oh, I'm going to buy him cheap. So there's literally nothing you can do with him. The people that have him want to sell him at a high price. The people that don't have him want to buy him cheap. You're not going to find that happy medium middle ground where somebody's going to go, oh, yeah, I'll sell him you cheap. Because I think you had Rich Coolin on the Dynasty show that was saying his contract basically means he has to be back playing by week 8.
Yes.
So he misses the first 4 weeks. So then you've got 5, 6, and 7. So to me, he either sits out another 3 weeks and he's back week 8, or he comes back week 5, takes his dummy out, or puts his dummy back in, does what he needs to do, and then hikes his price up and goes, do you know what? This is what I am. This is what I can do. Pay me my money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I genuinely think he's back by week 5. So.
Yeah, I'm right with you there. And I don't think we need to spend too much time on Jonathan Taylor. That's kind of been, people have said enough about Jonathan Taylor. So let's kind of move on to, Dynasty this week. People are setting their lineups. Paul, is there anyone that you think this is someone I'm really targeting? I think this is a smash hit to be in your lineup.
Excuse me, can I just stop you and go back to the last segment? Because we've missed a player off. And this one to me is a little bit more concerning. I don't know if it's maybe the tweets that came around, and that's Cooper Kupp. Now, Cooper Kupp has been ruled out for week 1.
Yeah.
And the way that the tweets are coming out is Sean McVay's basically saying we're not afraid to stick him on IR.
Yeah.
Now, that to me is, I think IR's 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's at least 4, right?
But you know what I mean? Then we're talking, right, he misses week 1. He hasn't gone on to IR yet. So if they put him onto IR next week, we're talking week 6 minimum before he's back.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, a player that we've all been drafting as a top 3 wide receiver, top 4 maybe, you know what I mean? And even a top 1 or 2 in redraft, a player like that is now, that's the bigger worry to me. I'm more worried about Cooper Kupp than I am about Travis Kelce at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't like the way that tweet was worded as Sean McVay is not afraid to stick him on IR, and that's quite worrying. Although I think, bold prediction, you like this one, Mags, I don't think Cooper Kupp finishes the season at the Rams.
Oh, that is bold. You think they're going to look to change? That would make sense. Why wouldn't they? If he's not going to be there the whole season, they're definitely not going to make the playoffs. They're going to suck. They may as well get rid of him. He's
a high value asset. Now, if a team, I'm not going to name any names, but if a team like the Chiefs want a wide receiver and they're struggling, Kelce's gone down, he's missing the season. Oh, look at the sparkle in your eyes. It's like
imagine Patrick Mahomes, mate. That is fill my cup up, right? That is just like you imagine Patrick Mahomes and Cooper Kupp and then Travis Kelce. Wow, yeah.
But I'm just saying, if Travis Kelce goes down and it is an ACL and misses the season, I think then the Chiefs are going, oh, we need somebody, and we need somebody now. And I think the Rams are full tank mode, and he's one of their highest valued assets, and he's what's he 30 now? Are you going to build a team around him? Do you want to go into rebuild around a 30-year-old wide receiver? I don't think you do. So just a bold prediction, yeah.
I love it. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for bringing up Cooper Kupp. Definitely important to mention, but we'll circle back around to this like player that you're thinking you got to go start them. Is anyone standing out to you, or what you thinking?
So I've been away for the last couple of weeks, a bit to Greece, and I've listened back to the Dynasty shows. I've listened back to the Rewind shows, and everyone is just picking Washington players. Okay, everyone is just picking Washington players, and I'm not enjoying the beef that's coming the Cardinals' way. And I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, I think it's gonna be Justin Jefferson that lights up this week or something like that. But what I am going to say is my start of the week this week, and I'm going to go a bit deeper, and I think it's going to be Courtland Sutton.
Who sucks?
He doesn't suck. And with Jerry Jeudy missing and everything like that, I genuinely think that Courtland Sutton is going to be the wide receiver that's going to catch the ball at the Broncos. And he's going to be somebody. Like we said, we haven't come here to go, oh, I think Justin Jefferson's going to be the best. Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, Saquon Barkley or Bijan Robinson or Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts. I'm trying to find somebody a bit deeper because let's be honest, week one, there's no bye weeks. Okay, there's no bye weeks. Everyone's drafted. The people that you've drafted early, your running backs, your wide receivers, you're going to put them in your team. They are going to start. I'm looking at people in your flex. And your flex is going to be people that you're looking at and you're going, if you've got Courtland Sutton on your bench and you're going, do I play him or do I play him? Courtland Sutton for me, I think he's going to be a sneaky player this week that it's going to catch you a touchdown, get you maybe 2 touchdowns, maybe 50, 60 yards.
That's someone who, Kev on the DFS show, I think it was him, was saying he liked the look of Courtland Sutton for this week. I just think Courtland Sutton isn't very good. I don't think he's a good player. I don't think that he stands out for me at all. He's someone that, maybe because he's there, that he might end up getting it just by process of elimination. But if I was Russell Wilson, I'd be looking at Dulcich and Mims and Javonte Williams and P. Ryan before I would look at Sutton because I don't get it. Okay,
so let's go through that. Greg Dulcich had an absolutely awful preseason. Was barely used. I don't think Peyton is a big fan. Mims,
and he brought in he did bring in Troutman as well, his guy, right?
Yeah, and he was used more in preseason. I'm not, I've just speculated. Mims is a rookie. You know what I mean? Week one, I don't think they're going to rely on him heavily.
Yeah.
Javonte Williams, is he back? Is he playing?
I think so. He got 5 passes in the last preseason game in one half.
But you know what I mean? I'm just sort of saying by the process of elimination, we're running out of players here.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I'm just sort of like, I'm just going on that basis.
Yeah, no, I can completely see why. I'm just not sure if Sutton's good enough to actually do anything with the targets, if that makes sense. He might pick up some points in PPR though, actually, and he is someone to play. But the logic makes sense, and I'm going to go with something a bit more chalky, but it's just general advice, and this is for my sit as well. Like general advice is look for these like shootout matchups, and the one that stands out for me might be the biggest shootout of the year in week one right away. It's the Miami Dolphins against the Los Angeles Chargers. That is just filled with like potential boom players: Justin Herbert, Mike Williams, Tua, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, like all of these guys are just there. It's going to be a shootout, in my opinion. So even if you have people there, again, looking at your flex spot, look for some of these shallower guys on there, like Raheem Mostert. He might be useful to put in there if Devon Achane is slightly banged up still. Looking at some of the other options on the Chargers as well. You got Joshua Palmer is there. He might be a sneaky player. There's so many players on that team that will get an opportunity because this one's probably going over 50 points, and it's going to be amazing to watch for sure. So always look out for those matchups, definitely. Is that something you try and do as well, Paul?
Yeah, I like that, but I was trying to be, like you said at the start of the show, not chalky, not this, So I was trying to be deeper with my pick,
You'll be like the edgy cool guy in the show.
Yeah,
we sorted this out. So who's your sit of the week then? And if you're being edgy, tell me why your sit of the week is Patrick Mahomes.
So my sit of the week this week is going to be a quarterback. Okay. And this doesn't apply to anyone who plays one QB league because he probably won't even be a starter. So I'm talking Superflex, and I'm going to say Bryce Young. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question now. Can you
4'10"? No, sorry.
Can you have a guess?
Yeah.
How many years it's been since the number one overall drafted QB last won their first career start?
Ooh. Cam Newton. When was that?
So it was 2002.
Whoa!
So it's been 21 years since a QB drafted number one overall won their first career start. And that
Great stat.
David Carr in 2002. Since then, the QBs have a record of 0-13-1. So there was one tied game in there.
That's incredible.
So to be a statistic guy now, okay, odds are against Bryce Young.
I love that. That's a great start. So yeah, sit Bryce Young, because statistically speaking, he might not make it. That's a great start, Paul. Love
either that, or he's going to be the first QB for 21 years to win their first career start.
That's cool. Yeah, okay, I like that. Mine's going to be. I'm going to give a shout out to, one of the best guys out there, and as we find out at the UKFFC, one of the best dancers out there as well. This is Matt FF Dynasty on Twitter.
He's got the moves dagger.
Absolutely. So check out his Twitter page, because every week he's going to be hitting you with the weather report. That really helps me realize who should be sitting each week. Because if it's swirling winds or snow or unplayable conditions, you're going to want to sit some of the wide receivers and pass catchers that normally you might want to start because of those conditions, and push up some of these running backs and things like that as well because of the conditions. So my sit of the week is wait until that weather report comes out. Go follow Matt on Twitter as well, and make sure you're paying attention, because that really does help you going forward. So yeah, this is a bit of a chalky one, but we'll get more in depth, I'm sure, as the season goes on with that. And we're gonna move on to the hot question of the week. Paul, on the hot seat, we're going to give each other one hot question. We don't know what it is beforehand. Paul, you go first. What's your hot question to me for this week?
So when you give me this, you said it doesn't have to be fantasy related. Now I know the listeners want to be fantasy related, but I really want to talk about this, and I really want to get your opinion on it. So, all right. My question to you is, how much are the 49ers going to be in the shit next year if they don't win a Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, because the amount of players they've got to pay next year is extraordinary, right?
So, I have a list.
Oh,
okay.
Well, let's hear.
So they've got to pay Trent Williams $28 million, Deebo Samuel $29 million, Armstead $26 million, Fred Warner $25 million, George Kittle $20 million, Ward $18 million, Hargrave $15.5 million, Ayuk $14 million, McCaffrey $14 million, and as of the other day, Nick Bosa $33 million. Okay,
jeez.
That takes them to a grand total of $223 million in the cap space, of a potential salary cap of $240 million next year, with 10 players. Okay.
I mean, what are they going to do? Even if they cut people, there's so much dead money there anyway. Even if they win a Super Bowl, they're in the shit, right? It's not like you win the Super Bowl. It's like, here's another $100 million in cap space. It doesn't work that way. They might be screwed. Long term. I know some people, like the Saints, are masters of this, right? Putting in phony years on the end of contracts and kicking the can down the road and hoping the salary cap goes up and up and up. But it sounds like they've really got their work cut out for them. And it'll be sad to see that team break up, because they're so awesome, obviously. But a lot of these guys are on longer term contracts, so I don't really understand what they're doing. Plus, they don't have to pay a quarterback. You're going to pay a quarterback at some stage, right? Because Brock Purdy's on such a cheap deal.
He's on $900,000 a year.
Wow. And they still can't afford anybody.
And they can't afford to pay him next year,
This is the same team that paid 3 firsts to get Trey Lance as well. There's a lot to answer for there, right? And I know Kyle Shanahan is deeply involved with the office decision. So, I mean, I don't know, stick to the day job, maybe? I don't know.
I feel like they are walking a tightrope.
Yeah.
And they're trying to balance. And they can either make it to the other side and hit euphoria, or they're going to crash and burn. And I really hope they crash and burn, because I hate them.
Yeah, it might be like the Rams where they were like, we're going all in and they won it. And I suppose if you ask any Rams fan, they're like, we'll take it. We'll take that Super Bowl for a couple of years of like being towards the bottom. They'd take it. I mean, the Cardinals, they kind of skipped the Super Bowl bit and just went to just went to the shit bit, right?
Yeah. We went to the strip club with Urban Myers and everything. We missed the Super Bowl party.
Paul, for my hot question of the week, this is something that, everybody really needs to know. And I've got a graphic for it. So I'm gonna share this with you. If you could just tell me, is it option A or option B? Now, for those people listening on, podcast, please come over to YouTube and check this out because you're going to need to see this. So tell me, option A or option B here, Paul, because I'm really not sure. Which one is it? Like,
I don't know why it's A. I don't know why, but A.
I think it's got to be A as well, right? Like,
Max, I think I'd want it. What have you signed me up for?
Yeah, this is important stuff that people need to know. I'm going with A as well. Leave a comment below, guys, if you think it's B or you agreeing with A. But yeah, I think 100% A. You're in agreement, Paul? Yeah.
Can we describe this? So that's a centaur, right?
Yeah. Half man, half horse.
Yeah. So you've got two pictures. One is picture A. It's a half man, half horse with the cock and balls drawn on to where you think it is.
Yeah.
Like in your groin area. And then B is the same picture with the cock and balls where a horse's one would be.
Yes. So that's why the people need to know.
So what I thought I'd do before they come to YouTube, I thought I'd tell the people so they know what they're prepared for.
I mean, would it be both? Would it be a double bubble here? Like, would they just have two? Like, I don't know.
Oh, we've gone down a spiral, Max. This is
great stuff. Everyone loves to see. So amazing. So that now with that hot question out of the way, we're gonna bring in our final segment. And you may have heard of Sports Center before. Forget about that. This is really what the people want to see. We're about to go into the Sizzle Center. How do you like that?
Ooh.
Sizzle Center. So we got some highlights for you. Got some clips. You're just going to react to the shit that I show you, Paul. So let's start off. I'm going to share my screen here. We're going to go right into it. So let's start off with this, Paul. Have you seen this awesome catch from college football? Let's have a look. This comes from the Texas State Baylor game. Watch this.
Was that? No. Did he?
He kept it in as well. Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
So it's what? 50-yard, 40-yard pass. But he lands on his back. How does he get his feet in?
Don't know. I don't know how these guys do half of the stuff that they do, to be honest. They are absolutely incredible. So let's keep jumping on. I know that this is my favorite catch of this weekend's action in college football. You may have seen it. It went a little bit viral. Have a look at this as Tyrell Henry with this beaut.
Oh, fair dues. He's falling as well. He won't make a catch like that again.
I think as well that was either his first touchdown in college football or that might have even been his first catch ever in college football. Absolutely unbelievable.
He did well. He did well to bring that in.
Yeah,
he was being brought down at the same time by the defender as well. So
yeah, that might be the highlight of that young man's career. Who knows? So let's move on.
A bit like George Pickens with his one.
Yeah, exactly.
One amazing catch, like, you know.
I'm sure you've seen this. This is Caleb Williams. He
disgusting.
Could be on your team next year, Paul. But this is just, I mean, he's just messing around, right?
Do you know who it reminds me of there?
Are you going to say Patrick Mahomes?
Pat Mahomes.
Yeah. I can't unsee it either. Like,
honestly, if you took it, I wanted to take his helmet off just so You know, it's like the Scooby-Doo thing where they take off the mask and Pat
Yeah.
Mahomes is underneath it or something. You'd be like, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, I think as well, like, Mahomes has been playing in the league long enough now where there have been kids like growing up and watching him and trying to emulate him. And Caleb Williams is about that right age, right? Where he was a teenager watching Pat Mahomes start in the league and he's like tried to emulate his style. In the same way you've seen like this sleuth of pocket passers trying to emulate Brady. We're going to see a lot more of this going forward as well, I think, which is exciting for everyone. So
I also think that in the NFL, I don't think you'd have got that much time. I don't think you'd have got free that much, you know. That's not Pat Mahomes does it, but he doesn't do it on a regular basis, like, you know. But that is it does excite me to see him with an angry bird on his shirt next year, you know. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's have a look. And this is Caleb Williams waiting at USC until the Cardinals stop tanking. Look at him.
Oh, you're such a prick. Is that Harvey Price in the corner? Is that Harvey Price?
I don't know if that is or just another guy. I'm not really sure. Is that Bill Cosby? I don't know. Let's move on. So that's a look at Caleb there. And hey, Paul, this is me and you sliding into the NFL season, right?
Which one's me, Mags? Which one? Is that me?
Yeah.
That's how I felt on the train home after the UK FFC.
Paul,
like a fat man sliding down a slide.
Yeah, Paul, who's this guy? What is he doing? You recognize this gentleman?
Yeah, I do.
What was this clip all about?
No comment. I plead the fifth.
Let's for those who haven't seen it, let's have a listen in at the fire that the Arizona Cardinals need in their bellies to, you know, move forward and get a couple of wins under their belt.
I can't hear
it. Can you read the subtitles? You can see the subtitles, I'm sure.
We're here for a reason. Don't get that twisted. Okay, we're here for a reason to win games. No, we're not. So if you don't have that fire in your gut, you better light the fire pretty fast. Be who you are. Just understand. I'm looking for something killers.
Wow. Are you inspired after that, Paul?
Oh, man.
I think the way you read it was more inspiring than good old coach there. What's his name? I've seen lots of people saying it was like Murph from Impractical Jokers coming in and having to do a challenge.
It does look like him, doesn't it?
It does a little bit, right?
It really does.
Mean, yeah, that guy.
There's gonna be memes this year. There's gonna be so many memes of the Arizona Cardinals, and above it, they're gonna have Ant and Deck going and now run this play.
Yeah. Not put Zeke Elliott in its center.
You know it's coming, right? You know it's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look. It's not only, you know, the NFL that is a bit of a tricky sport. Let's have a look at someone going for the high jump here. Will we? Look at this. Have a look. Oh dear. That's not great, Paul, is it? That's me going for the train after the UK FFC.
So the best way to describe this is guy runs and falls flat on his face. And so we're all about the NFL. So this is Arizona's season.
Yeah, this is exactly what we're going to see. This is you hoping for the best, and then this is Arizona if they win the last game of the season and miss out on Caleb Williams.
No, so this is my opinion. So I'm all about running into the season with let's go get bam. Yeah. JTT Cup last place.
Oh wow. Absolutely love it. And this is maybe a little bit of Arizona here as well. Look, in their division. Look at this.
Oh, you've got a theme going here, Mags, haven't you, really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe, you know, like that's what do you think of that? Is that right?
Did you see the guy was this to do with somebody who lost their fantasy league, where that guy lost his fantasy league and had to go and fake tan and stand there?
Yes.
And he was like a normal builder, but and stand there next to all the bodybuilders because they'd all signed him up to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that guy right there, right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, there's the Chiefs. Look at that. Wow, amazing. We've had a lot of feels here, Paul. Let's have a look at this guy. Is this your bowling style here?
No. And I'll tell you for why. I'll tell you for why. I've had a go on Heelys, and they're not stable.
I would never have a go. I would fall. I would crash and burn immediately.
Yeah, I've had a go on Heelys. They are not stable.
Yeah, shout out to this guy though. Brave fella, right? Let's have a little look here. Look at this. This is fantastic bit of skill right here. Look at this. This is also maybe a representative for, the Cardinals last season. Look at this. Oh, going all right, yeah. Not bad. Would you give this a go?
Absolutely not.
Oh dear. Oh, not poor guy. That's gotta hurt. Hey, Paul. I find something I think you would quite like this. You'd suit this hat, right? Oh. Hey, there we go. We did get one of those for you, right?
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
That is... I need one of them.
Yeah, it's there. I was fooled.
I could catfish people for days.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Look at my luscious blonde locks. Take it off.
Absolutely. And that's all the sizzles I got for you, Paul, this week. I
love it.
That's it. What do you think?
I love it. I love your sizzles. I love them.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
you're not going to expect me to bring them next week, are you?
No. I had good fun looking up those. That'll be my job every week. So yeah, if you guys enjoy that,
I would say you need a hobby, Mags, but you've got one that kind of takes over your life for the next, 4 months, 5 months.
Yeah,
so.
I'm very excited. Have you seen like the letter the guy I seen online? A guy like give his wife a letter, like basically like a 2-week notice 2 weeks ago. Like, I will no longer be available on Sundays, like Thursdays, Mondays. Like, if you need me, please, like, message me 1 month in advance.
Yeah, so my wife sent me a picture this morning, and so basically it's a picture of two men crying, and on the front it says, "Oh, your boyfriend's a doctor. Well, my boyfriend is now the coach of an imaginary football team for the next 4 months." And then underneath it's got, "And apparently it's multiple teams. I am so proud."
I'm proud of you.
You know what I mean? I've got to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's proud of me now.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of everyone listening. And I'd be even more proud if you hit that like and hit that subscribe button as well. This is the first show before the season gets started, and yeah, hopefully the little Sizzle Reel showed you that this is not a serious show. This is just two guys talking some shit, having some fun. If you like it, join us again next week. We'll get to review some of this action. We'll have some Sizzle Reels for you. We'll have some hot questions for you as well. Thank you so much for joining. Paul, mate, one more time, thank you as well. Where can people catch you online, or any closing comments?
Yeah, I just want to say, tune in next week where the Arizona Cardinals are 1-0 and the Kansas City Chiefs are 0-1.
It's even the hottest take.
Amazing.
Yeah,
but yeah,
sorry,
man.
Go on.
Come and catch me on Monday night on the Wildcard Rewind.
Yes, absolutely.
Find us on X at Paul_Picking.
Yes, so. Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you're tuning in next week to catch all the fallout. And remember, for anything Dynasty you need to know, keep it locked on the Certified Inferno. We'll see you next time.